I think Stargate has major potential as a film franchise that Amazon's not working on. Hi, I'm Jordan the Nerd of Gold, and I don't understand why not, because the original Stargate film was regarded well, it did well at the box office, and then it spun off into a major television franchise that lasted almost 2 decades over its time period, almost 17 years worth of television right there in terms of seasons. And yeah, there's so much good in the Stargate franchise. And before anyone says, yes, I am aware that it is military propaganda, but if I am accepting the fact that there are aliens across this galaxy, I think I can buy into the fantasy of a good military versus my feelings about the actual military. And yes, I am aware of how the ancient aliens aspect of it kind of makes it horribly racist, but I also think there's ways you can address that to kind of sidestep that, and it still that put value on what people did and just add alien elements on top of that. But either way, I think there are ways to make a Stargate film franchise that would be awesome, because you could have the main franchise focusing on a new version of SG-1 as they go from planet to planet in different types of adventures with each films, and they fight the system lords of the Goa'uld, who are, these aliens pretending to be gods on that front, and all their infighting, all the dynamics there. Because the big thing about the show that I really love is that there's so much like political drama that's always constantly evolving in there, and it's all based on this careful dynamic of these really petty evil people fighting constantly against each other for their own benefit on that front. And I think it'd be really awesome to see humans fighting against that. I would really like to see that on that front. And you got different types of adventures with every movie on that front. And because it's a whole program, you can do spin-off movies about SG2 or SG5 or whatever other team. You don't even necessarily have to have a whole separate franchise for each team. You could just do like a one-off movie about this different SG team. It's kind of like the Men in Black. Why aren't there more movies about different Men in Black, different adventures on that front? I've said that before, and I don't understand. Same thing with Ghostbusters. I don't understand why they don't do that. There are premises out there that really lend them to the idea of there are different units of this. Why are we not seeing these other units? There's potential there if you work on it. And Amazon is a huge company that wants to make film and television, and they've been doing that. Project Hail Mary, major film this year, is an Amazon project. Why doesn't Amazon lean more into sci-fi stuff by working on Stargate, a show that they are redeveloping right now? And I'm excited to watch that, because I've been rewatching the original SG-1, just leaving it on for my dogs as I can go leave to work, and then I come home and catch like an episode or two of it. And yeah, Stargate's great. I really enjoy it. But again, the thing about the original show is that based on its time period and budget, they just didn't have enough to really lean into the spectacle, the cool nature of all the technology and sci-fi that we do see in the show. But if you make it a film franchise, man, you can really lean into the spectacle, the coolness, the design work, all that, the little twist of the mythology of it being like based in Earth religion, but also actual alien politics and all that. I think there's a lot that a good film version of this could do that the show just could not. And the show could do things that the film franchise couldn't, because it's television. It can dig into characters in longer running subplots on that front in a way that a film franchise never could. But I do think that Amazon has a lot of potential with Stargate that they need to be working on right now.